Phone, and y'all know this is Coffee with Friends. Let's see what the vibes are today. Hey, Thursday. It's almost Friday. We gotta get those spirits lifted. You know what I'm saying? Come on in. Morning. Come through. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Hey, IG. Hey. Let's see what else is playing. I've played this before, but come through. Hey, Tammy. Good morning. Good morning, Rashmi. Come on in. Get your coffee or your tea, whatever it is you're drinking. Mm. Hey, it's Thursday, y'all. Hey, Johnny Leon Hill. Come on in. Hey, let's see what else is playing. All right. Listen, tomorrow is Friday. These weeks are going by so fast, y'all. For real, for real. These weeks are going by so fast. I don't want to rush summer. I don't. It's not even here yet, and I don't want to rush it. But come on in. Come on in. All right, that's enough music this morning because, again, I stay on copyright punishment. Come on in, come on in. There's a couple of things I want to talk about before I get into the topic. Just some current event stuff, some stuff I didn't get to touch on yesterday that I want to touch on today. So I'm just going to let people come on in, get your coffee and your tea, and come on in. It's Thursday, y'all, you know, and I'm sitting here already trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the summer. There's a lot of activities coming up for me. We're in wedding planning stage, which is very exciting, right? And so there's going to be a lot of activities for me because my mom is going to have to come here at some point and I got to figure out when, right? But also, I have to squeeze in a little vacation for myself at the same time. So I'm trying to work all of that out, right? Um, Hey, Soulful BBW. Hey, One Reliable Sing. Good morning. Because summer is coming. And I got one vacation in so far. And so I need another one, right? I used to take 2 or 3 vacations a year. I used to, right? They don't have to be big and fancy, just to get away, unpack, decompress, de stress, whatever it is you call it. Make time for yourself, make time to re-pour into yourself, right? And so I'm trying to plan a little getaway in the summer. I don't know how successful that's going to be, but I'm trying, y'all. All right. And then another one probably in the winter at some point to break things up because my birthday is in the winter, you know, whatever. But good morning, y'all. Hey, McCliver, good morning. So I have a question for you guys, right? Now, I know all of you keep up with social media. You do, right? And if you don't keep up with social media, you watch the news and shit like that. So, hey, Glamour 47. So, did y'all see Paula Patton cook her chicken? Right? She's so cute. She's so innocent and giddy. How did y'all feel about the way Paula Patton cooked that? You know, Johnny Leon Hill. I missed arts and crafts yesterday. I was so tired. I fell asleep. I got to go back in IG and watch the show. All right. Because you said you had a new segment and I didn't want to miss it. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So hopefully some of you guys got to catch arts and crafts last night if you follow Johnny Leon Hill. All right. All right. So Glamour 47, why are you saying, oh my God, Paula Patton's chicken? Oh, wait a minute. Rashmi said, I can tell she was raised by a white woman. So I was watching the video, right? First, I'm going to talk from the video, and then I'm going to talk from the point that she responded. Yes, Glamour 47, that was a damn mess. She got dragged. So Paula Patton had this chicken that she was cooking supposedly for her son's school. I don't know what kind of event it was or whatever. So it looked like she had the wingettes, not the whole wings, but the little wingettes, right? And she rinsed them off in some water, right? Rinsed them off, not soaked in lemon and shit like that. Now everybody has a different thing on how to clean their chicken. I saw some motherfuckers say chicken didn't need to be cleaned because what's not going to kill it in the water, right? Water is not going to kill it. The grease is going to kill it, right? Whatever the fuck, the grease in the hot water, however you cooking your chicken is supposed to kill it. But I fucking clean my chicken anyway. I don't give a. Okay. So she rinsed her chicken off in the sink. Then she threw her chicken in the flour and threw it in the pan. Y'all saw that shit, right? Georgie said Paula Patton be seeing like she is out of her mind. Oh, Johnny said who seasons grease? So all of y'all saw that. So that's where the seasonings went, y'all. That I've never seen that before. That was a first time experience for me. I have never seen anyone throw unseasoned chicken in flour. Now, I will say this, right? Um, she did. I have seen people season the flour, right? But I've also seen them still clean the chicken, still season the chicken, and they also season the flour. Yes, McCliver, lemons and vinegar. All right. Listen, my ex used to clean chicken behind people. Like they be cleaning chicken and he stand next to them and re-clean the fucking chicken. Like he don't play with that fucking chicken shit. Okay. But when she responded, she said, y'all, she made the chicken for her son's whole school. Okay. And they liked it. And she seasoned the grease. Now I never heard of that. Now I'm not knocking nobody because everybody got their thing of how they make their motherfucking food. But how many other motherfuckers on here season grease? Oh, Rashmi said she's a bit of a dingbat. She is though. She's like, oh y'all, maybe I'll try to cook the chicken the way y'all cook it, but this is my mama's recipe. I was waiting for her to throw some fucking raisins up in that grease. I was like, okay, where the fuck are the raisins? Cause you done threw a chicken, uncleaned, unseasoned chicken in the motherfucking flour and then in the fucking grease and then threw salt, pepper, and some paprika in there with it. I'm like, poor kids at the school. They used a lot of ketchup. They did. They used a lot of ketchup. But this goes to show you, y'all don't know what the fuck these restaurants be doing with y'all food in the background. I was shocked, y'all, but not shocked, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Right. Rashmi said and she only used three seasonings: seasoned salt, pepper, and paprika. Exactly. No onion powder, no garlic, no, nothing. She ain't tossed that bitch around. Oh, she did say she was gonna toss it around in the red hot sauce, right? So she did do that. So maybe that's what gave it some fucking flavors. Right. McCliver said, what? Seasoned grease trying to make poison? Seasoned grease, child. All right, now I don't know what happens when you season grease. If it pops up and burns you or some shit like that, I don't know. Hey, Christine Beauty Lounge, good morning. Yeah, Georgie. I was waiting for the raisins. All right. The other thing I wanted to talk about here, y'all, this morning was, did y'all see the news about, yes, Rashmi? So wait, she sent the chicken to the school with the hot sauce on it. Listen, when she started talking in the video about how she was cooking the chicken, she said salt, pepper, paprika, and some red hot sauce, right? Now, they didn't show her flipping it around in the red hot sauce, but that was one of her ingredients. And then when she came back and she responded, she said she fed the chicken to the whole school. So I was like, oh, okay. And it had the red hot sauce on it. Okay. All right. But the other thing I want to talk about, and then I'm going to go back and read the comments that are still coming in about Paula Patton's chicken. Somebody needs to explain to me what's going on in Alphabet City, right? And I don't mean Avenue D in Manhattan, okay? I'm talking about LGBTQ. Okay, so there's a story floating around that says, well, we know that in Florida, right? Governor DeSantis, signed a bill that restricts the teaching of sexual orientation to kids from kindergarten to third grade, right? And Alphabet City is very upset about this, right? Not I mean, as if we don't have enough shit to fucking fight for. This is what I mean. When I say Alphabet City be coming out and fighting wars and they be winning on some shit and the black folk be sitting here like, what? The fuck? Still trying to fight for simple liberties, right? So Alphabet City is, they have an issue with Governor DeSantis putting in place, and Texas, right? Putting in place a policy that says you cannot teach the children in the educational system about sexual orientation from kindergarten to third grade. Hey, Future, me Suso. Hey, Natalia. First of all, I have so many questions and I'm confused, right? Now, the first question I have is, right, I'm not completely mad at Alphabet City. I'm not. But how does the state of Florida and Texas ban the LGBTQ community from traveling to their state, right? That's what the storyline said. Now I posted it on my Facebook page, so you guys can go to the Facebook page and read up on it, right? But they said that LGBTQ can't come into Florida and can't come into Texas. I'm assuming the organization where they book their flights through, the LGBTQ organization, is being flagged and blocked from traveling into those states. I'm assuming it's because they do not want the boycotting and the picketing to occur over this topic. Now, the question I have for you guys, and then I'm going to go back and read the rest of the comments to close out the Paula Patton thing. But the question I have to you is, why are we even teaching our children sexual orientation between kindergarten and third grade? I'm just fucking asking the question. Don't come at me. Don't fucking attack me, right? I'm asking a question and I'm looking for clarity. How important is it, do you think, to teach our children about sexual orientation and gender roles from kindergarten to third grade? I'm the fuck waiting. I'm going to sip my tea after I read this comment. Rashmi said, so she sent the chicken to school with the hot sauce. Yes, yes. Rashmi also says she had a lot of burnt spots. Get off my live. She had a lot of burnt spots on her chicken, like the seasoning burnt or something. Well, if you, okay, well, the whole chicken probably would have been the same color had she seasoned the fucking chicken outside the damn grease. But when she threw the fucking raw ass flour with chicken in the grease and then threw the seasoning hit that one spot on the chicken, and that's the fucking spot that burnt. It was awful. It was it was awful. Mm, it was awful. All right. Um Johnny Hill said, I never use avocado oil to cook. That was the other thing. That was the other thing. She used avocado oil. Y'all, avocado oil is not for frying, not deep frying. The fuck? That's another reason why the chicken had burn spots on it. So Johnny Hill said, I never used avocado oil to cook with, and I don't know how many batches she made, but after that one batch, that grease was unusable. That's because avocado oil is not for deep frying. All right. Avocado oil burns. That's why she had them burny spots on the chicken because A, the seasoning only hit the spot in that one spot on the chicken. B, avocado oil is not the move you bust to deep fry some fucking chicken. Okay? You're gonna deep fry some fucking chicken, get some canola oil, vegetable oil, some shit like that. The fuck. Mm. Rashmi said, at Johnny Hill, that too. I know that chicken was bland as the flour she fried it in, baby, because she didn't even throw no salt and pepper on the flour. Hey, Fire and One, good morning. All right. Johnny said, oh, you moved the show till tonight? Oh, good. You moved the show till tonight. All right. I gotta tune in. Thanks. Oh, you can't, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be confused now, Johnny, but I'm going to try my best to make it tonight. Heart to Fire said Eric Adams told the people in Florida to move to New York City. You know, wait a minute. Why? Because New York City allows, well, right now, Fire and One, the topic is up there in the description, but right now, Fire and One, we're talking about the LGBTQ community having an issue with kindergarten through third grade not being allowed to learn about gender roles and sexual orientation from kindergarten to the third grade. And my question to you guys is, how important is it for our children to learn in school? Because what you teach your kids at home is none of my fucking business, right? I'm talking about in school. In school, how important is it for the educational system to teach your kids about sexual orientation and gender roles in school? Again, what you teach at home is your business. Just the question about school. All right. So Rashmi said, Heart to Fire, you said leave Paula alone. I know she's so cute. Poor Paula. But listen, she responded, y'all. She don't look offended. She's living her best life. She don't give a fuck if we don't like her chicken. She said them damn kids liked it. Rashmi said, I don't think sexual orientation should be taught at the young age, especially without the parents' consent. But I do get it. Sexual orientation seems to be so much more out in the open than when we were growing up. So true, right? And so, again, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be taught to the children, right? I'm not saying that, right? But should it be taught to the kids in school from kindergarten to third grade? Natalia said, in my opinion, gender roles and sexual orientation should not be teaching kids at that age. Like, what the hell? You know, the only reason why I asked this question is this is the shit we fighting for and against. People are fighting for this to be taught in schools, and people are fighting against this to be taught in schools. But nobody fighting for credit and finance to be taught in schools, right? Nobody, fighting for economics, the economic and cooking class to be brought back in the motherfucking schools. But we are arguing about teaching our kids about gender roles and sexual orientation from kindergarten to third grade. Somebody in the comments said on a post that I grabbed this from Shade Room, these motherfuckers barely know how to tie their shoes. And we teaching them about sexual orientation and gender roles. Okay. Right, Hearts of Fire. Please get some fucking Crisco if you're gonna fry chicken. Oh, Lord, have mercies, y'all. I mean, I know people trying to be healthy and try to be fancy, but once you get it in your head and you decide that you're gonna fry some fucking chicken, throw the health shit out the window and do it the fucking right way. Get your ass some damn Crisco. Okay? Hey, Chef Jay Williams. Good morning. Rashmi said, I know my son asked me questions. So I know other little kids ask questions when they see two mommies, two daddies, men dressed as women, etc. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do think that there will be questions from the kids, and I do think that it's the parents' responsibility to answer these questions, right? I'm just not sure if I agree with my children learning this in school from kindergarten into third grade when I think that there's so many other classes that they can inject above and beyond sexual orientation. Some shit should be left to the parents to teach at the fuck home. Now I know there's households, and I know why schools might want to do this, right? Because there's some households that are, you know, prejudiced or biased against, the LGBTQ, and maybe they won't take the time to teach their kids about gender roles and sexual orientation, right? And maybe they think and they talk badly about gender roles and sexual orientation that doesn't fit into their beliefs. And so that generation of people or that population of people might be left out because their parents are not really teaching them or giving them a good foundation. I get that. But I'm not sure that the educational system needs to step in and teach our children this from kindergarten to third grade. But I'm the fuck asking y'all because I don't have any little kids myself, but I got grandchildren. And so I'm asking. Hey, the general, good morning. So, right, Juanita. Juanita, you know what? I'm gonna make your ass my moderator. Guys, thank you, Juanita, for keeping me honest. Guys, if you're on here through IG, please hit the heart. Hit the heart on my video. That helps me with the algorithm, okay? Before we get any further into today's show, I want to see them white hearts coming across my screen. All right. If you're on YouTube and Facebook, hit the like, give me the thumbs up, never the thumbs down. Thank you, Juanita. Make sure you are giving me the thumbs up. As many eyeballs as I see on this podcast, I want to see when I go to my YouTube channel later today. And on IG, I want to know that those hearts are out there. I see them coming in. Thank you for that. And thank you, Juanita, for keeping me on top of my game. I appreciate that. All right. Um, Grand Rising, Cheryl Lee. I agree. Heart to Fire said that age group is too young. Um, Rashmi said, I mean taught in school, not just in general. Okay, right. Got it. Johnny, send me the link. I want to check out your show. Okay. Yes. Follow Johnny Leon Hill, Juanita, on IG. He goes live on Wednesdays. Well, tonight. It's going to be tonight this week. Johnny Leon Hill said, sex education used to be taught for the purposes of learning reproduction and protection. Protection. Teaching gender role and orientation is a whole different subject. I agree. Now, when I was in school, I did have a sexual education class, right? Where they talked about venereal diseases, like Johnny Hill said, and protecting yourself, right? They talked about pregnancies, they talked about things like that, simple birds and the bees type shit, right? They even showed like the anatomy of the body. you know you had those naked body shits in there, like the statue shits that you see at the doctor's office. We had all that shit in our sex education class, but we never talked about sexual orientation and gender roles. Why is it necessary to be taught in school? Rashmi said, I saw a video yesterday with the lady making vegan fried chicken and used faux bones. Who knew there was such a thing? Glad you brought that shit up because I saw the shit too. Who else saw the faux bones? This lady that made, I guess she's vegan, and she made fried chicken, but what she did was she had these faux bones. They look like the bones I used to buy for my dogs to chew on, right? But they were faux bones, and she wrapped it with these little wet noodle things, and then she wrapped it with a bread type thing around the top of it, and she deep fried that shit, and it looked like a fried chicken. I don't know if it was, did she wrap it with wonton noodles or some shit like that, Rashmi? So I'm fucking confused. The whole video of her making no Chef J Williams. We talked about Paula Patton's chicken already. This was another woman who's a vegan who used faux bones. That's fake bones. Okay. And she wrapped the fake bones with some kind of wonton noodles and to give it some thickness. And then she wrapped the outside with some other kind of wrap, like a rice paper wrap or some shit. And then she deep fried the shit. And it looked like a chicken. Looked like a chicken, fried chicken leg. Now I said to myself, self, you're vegan. Why do you need to eat food that look like meat? If you don't fucking eat meat, why couldn't you just eat the wonton noodles the way they were? Why did you have to go through all of that to make your food look like a chicken leg that you don't eat? I be so confused with the vegans. Like they actually have a vegan lobster. I don't know what the fuck it's made out of, but you pull it out of a bag. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I think they doing too much. I didn't know they have faux bones either, Rashmi. Future said those vegan wings look better than Paula Patton's. Well, I, I see no lies. That is the unfortunate thing. And that's not saying much though, Future. That ain't the fuck saying much though, Future. Them wings look better than Paula Patton's wings. And that's not saying much, but they did because they were evenly colored, right? I don't know if she seasoned her chicken because I don't remember seeing the girl with the faux bone season her chicken either. But it did look better. It did. Soul Food said that's okay because they got vegan pork too. But why? Why? Why does your food have to look like real meat if you don't like it? Y'all make my ass itch. Juanita said they're not trying to teach anything about racism either. That too, right? So we're not teaching economics. We're not teaching racism. We're not teaching Black history. But we want to teach gender roles and sexual orientation. That's what we're doing. Oh, that's right. She put slit dust on the vegan chicken. That's right. Who heard of slit dust before? Hey, Theo. Who heard of slit dust before? I've never heard of that, but you're right. She did put slit dust on the chicken. Theo said it's like tofu turkey. What's the purpose? Why y'all making the food look like the meat y'all don't want to eat? Well, they're not trying to teach anything about racism either, and that you should not be mean to people just because they're different. That is what they need to teach the kids from young. That is from Juanita, aka Soulful BBW. Exactly, bullying, right? I thought they did have a anti-bullying program in the schools. Maybe not all the schools, right? Right, Hearts of Fire. I'm with that too. Start with racist education. That's a good one. That is a good one because I believe racist and prejudice education will combat, right, the discrimination against sexual orientation and gender roles, right? Indirectly, right? If we have a racist and prejudice education class where we're teaching people what racism means, what prejudice means, right? And how it affects other people, then maybe we could kind of group in the 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 differences of gender roles and shit in a class like that. Now that to me would make more sense because you wouldn't just be focusing on gender roles and sexual orientation. You would be giving education as it affects all people that have suffered some type of racial bias, right? Or bias based on gender. It could be under the category of racist education. I agree with that. I agree with that. Johnny said if they are going to teach this in school, maybe it should be optional and a disclosure permission slip signed for the kids who want to take the class. And maybe that should be taught in middle school. All right, Johnny, great point. I like that idea too. Like an optional class. What do they call those optional classes? Extracurricular class or I forget the name. It's been a while since I've been in school, right? But that's a good idea. But from kindergarten to third grade, these kids don't know. They're not going to say, "I need a permission slip to go and take this sexual orientation class." Well, maybe some of them will, right? But I agree. Maybe this should be taught in upper grades. And that's what the Alphabet City is fighting for, right? LGBTQ is fighting because they don't think that it should be taught from kindergarten to third grade. They're not saying it shouldn't be taught at all. They're just saying kindergarten to third grade is a lot. Electives. Thank you, future Miso. Misuso. Electives. Johnny Hill said, Juanita said, and again, racism should be the first class taught to avoid the foolishness from continuing into other generations. What we doing, people? What we doing in the United States of America? And Chef Jay Williams agrees with you, Johnny. It should be optional class, permission slip, and taught in middle school. I'm not mad at that. But you see how LGBTQ come out fighting? You see how they come out fighting? They come out fighting so hard, so motherfucking hard that Florida and Texas is banning them motherfuckers from flying into their state. That's how loud they make noise, y'all. And the black community is just running around whispering. Or donating money to Black Lives Matter, who turn around and buys a $6 million house. Meanwhile, LGBTQ is out here making moves. We might not agree with the moves that they're making, but Lord have mercy. Can't deny that they are out here making motherfucking moves. Now, I'm going to throw out what today's topic is, right? And I'm going to keep reading this along the lines because this actually was a good topic. I could have made this the topic today and I didn't. I just made it a talking point. But, yesterday, because I'm such a shit starter, and I'm gonna go back and read the comments because y'all know I don't forget about the comments, right? But I got to throw this out and get the juices flowing onto the next thing. All right, I jump around in various groups just to grab onto topics to see what kind of shits is going on in our social media world. And the one thing I cannot believe is still going on social media. I need y'all motherfuckers to explain to me why. Men holding up fat wads of money. Men posting with big gold chains with diamonds and shit and gold teeth in their mouth, crouched down with their Louis Vuitton luggage holding money. Guys that take pictures in front of these fancy fucking cars, right? Flashing their money. Right? So there's a group, there's a particular guy that's always flashing his money and his Louis Vuitton bags and his Gucci shoes and all kind of shit. And I said on the post, didn't this shit go out of style? Or am I just old? Like, does my outlook on these things change because I'm older? Right? But then I had so many questions from the pictures of looking at these guys that post their fancy cars and their houses and the money holding up to the ear and the gold teeth, and I'm like, do you guys really think that that's attractive? And ladies on here, is that attractive to you guys? I'm just trying to figure out if I'm old and being crabby. Is that attractive to you guys? Ladies, do the material things such as the fat wads of money. Because these fellas out here need to fucking know whether they need to stop that bullshit or maybe they need to keep it going. I don't know. But this one, the guy, when I commented on his post and I said, this shit should have been out of style, he said to me, he said, this is never going out of style. And I said, oh my God. The fuck? Why? These are the same guys, y'all, that call women gold diggers, right? Y'all flash y'all fancy shit. Y'all attract the. I don't know why you're flashing it. Are you flashing this shit to attract men, or are you flashing this shit to attract women? And when you attract these people, then you call them gold diggers because they were attracted to you for your materialistic things. Ladies, are you still attracted to that, or does that phase out as you get older? That's my question. That is my question. Because I can't believe some of these grown motherfuckers in their 30s, right, in their late 30s, are still posing like 42nd Street in the 80s with all this money, right? Johnny said, my sister sent me that, and I was like, oh, hell no. Uh, if it's not a bird, it doesn't count. Rashmi said, at Juanita, that needs to be taught at home first. Right. I agree. Cheryl said, if you boil any type of meat, it all tastes the same except for texture. Seasoning makes the taste. So you saying for those cultures that don't season their meat, all their meat tastes the same? I'm having a hot flash, y'all. I cannot. I'm having a hot flash. I gotta take my jacket off. Okay. Mm. Um, Hey Doc Holiday, good morning. Soulful said, but he right though. It's not gonna go out of style because there's a lot of women out there for that. Okay, there's a lot of women out there for that. But these are also the same women that these guys say they don't want because they're gold diggers. How can you flash your money and your fancy cars and brag about all the things that you have, and then when you attract a certain type of woman, you complain that they're gold diggers? Is it the gold diggers' fault that you threw the fish bait out there? Isn't that who you're trying to attract? Or maybe I got it all wrong. When you show your cars and your money and you're posted up with your gold teeth and your jewelry, who are you trying to attract? What is the purpose of the pictures? Guys, I'm asking. I'm trying to understand the flow of our gentlemen that flash these things, right? And ladies, I can ask the same question to the ladies when they be out there, doing what they're doing. What is it they're trying to attract? You can't, the ladies on the flip side, the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we act. And then when the guys want to smash us, we confused, right? I saw a post from someone the other day, a woman who said, just because I wear tight yoga clothes, right? And I'm walking down the street doesn't give a guy the right to gawk at me and talk to me and compliment me based on my body. I was like, Lord have mercy, help us all. See, I'm sweating, hot flashes. I was like, Lord have mercy, help me, y'all. So, ladies, there's a population of ladies that believe walking around like this, and a guy says, "Ooh, nice body." That the guy shouldn't say that. But you walking around. What is the expectation when we're showing our shit? Ladies, are you attracted to guys that flash their shit? And ladies, are you offended when guys are attracted to you initially based on your body before anything else? I saw a woman post a comment that just because she's out here looking wearing this doesn't mean that somebody can just compliment and gawk at her body. Y'all need to make up y'all fucking minds what y'all doing. Cause I be confused. I be like, listen, I think our society just likes to make up issues. Cause when I see shit like this, I'll be like, okay, fellas, with the cars and the money and shit like that, you know, y'all just want some shit to complain about. I'm trying to understand. Um, McCliver said, They're desperate women for money and materialistic things. But why do you call them desperate when there are guys that are purposely flashing these materialistic things? It's like going fishing, putting a fucking snake or some shit on your fish hook and throwing it in the water and complaining that an alligator bit the hook. Why the fuck this alligator bit my hook? You put a whole bunch of bait in the water. What did you think was going to happen? But yet we turn around and we call them desperate. Desperate, these desperate women. Soulful said, but them guys know damn well they dead. Oh, but them guys know damn well they're looking for that type of woman because who else are you parading for? Well, that's what I'm asking. Right? But some of these guys swear they don't want no gold digger. So why are you flashing your money? Who are you trying to attract? And so when I see a guy, just so some of you guys know, when I see a motherfucker with a whole bunch of money holding up to their ears, I'll be like, why can't you have a bank account? Something wrong. Why your money not in the motherfucking bank? Now that could be my age, y'all. That could be my age talking. But I'm like, why your money not in the bank? Okay. I be having questions. Johnny said, call it critical sex theory and watch them people in Congress heads explode. Wow, critical sex theory. Can you imagine a class called critical sex theory in kindergarten? But listen, I don't know who what's his name? Shaka Bras on IG. I might be pronouncing his name wrong. I know Rashmi, you follow him as well. He posted something that said, I don't want to mess this up. I believe it's in China. The young kids in elementary school are learning calculus or some shit. And meanwhile, we fighting for sexual gender and orientation or something. I'm just saying. Other countries are focusing on other education that's going to help their kids grow. Certain shit don't need to be taught to these kindergarten kids. Let their mamas and daddies do it. But I like that critical sex theory class. I want to take that. That sounds hot and sexy. Damn. Georgie says some people transition to vegan from meat eating for reasons other than liking animals. Health reasons such as food allergies, HBP, and cholesterol. For those people, they want alternatives that taste good, that taste like food that were killing them. Also, vegans who love animals never said the food wasn't good, but just that it's cruel. So they show you vegetables don't have to be boring. That's a great spin, Georgie. That's a great spin. I like that response, actually. Right? You see how we can share different perspectives? That's a great point, right? They may like the fact of eating chicken, but can't. So they make shit look like chicken. That's a good point. Joy, good morning, protagonist. Good morning. Juanita says sugarcane is sometimes used to make vegan chicken. It's used as the bone. Sugarcane? Wouldn't that make the chicken sweet? Now, Juanita, I know from a Seven-Day Adventist perspective, right? You know, I talk to a lot of people, and I know that some people, I've been through various changes in my life. And at some point, I mentioned it on here, I was Seven-Day Adventist, and I gave up eating meat for years. And we used to eat veggie meat, right? Like veggie pats and shit like that. Meat that was made out of soy. Right now, this is before all this fancy stuff like the faux bones and making chicken look like chicken and shit like that came along. So, Juanita, I didn't experience through my Seven-Day Adventist years of not eating meat the sugarcane thing. But I would imagine that the sugarcane would make the chicken sweet, no? Or when you go to fry the chicken, the sugarcane doesn't get affected when you put it in the grease. I just learned something new. I just learned something new. Soulful says she needs to say that she doesn't want the attention of the man she's not finding attractive. Because if an attractive man that she's feeling says something to her about her body, she's going to receive. Mm, that's a good, like I said, motherfuckers just want to complain over bullshit. That's a good point. So when I said, ladies, when you go out in public like this with these yoga clothes on and a guy, notices your body, there was somebody who commented on their social media page that they don't like that. But Soulful BBW said, I bet that motherfucker's perspective would change if it was a guy she was attracted to. And I would tend to agree with that. Are you offended when a guy notices your body, ladies? Natalia said they trying to attract those that they easily amused. Most of the time they're posting up for the gram and may not be about that life. True too. True too. But what's the purpose of dressing up in all Louis Vuitton and all Gucci and putting all your gold teeth in your mouth and holding the money up? Is there? I don't know. I thought maybe somebody on here knew somebody that did that, or maybe somebody on here does that occasionally. But I know y'all are more grown than that, so I don't get it. Shirley said, right, Roy, they fight and stick together. They do, the LGBTQ. They do, right? Rashmi said, now don't diss the black folks. We are loud and proud. They just get swept under the rug. They true. We do, but I'm not now, I'm not trying to diss the black folk, right? Y'all know that. I'm not. But I'm just sorry. I'm a part of this black community and we don't stick together. We don't, right? Now we are loud, but we are loud for periods of time and then it stops, right? I myself is included. Because what am I out there doing? Ask yourself, what are you out there doing to contribute to the black community? I try to use my platform to bring certain things, certain topics to the table as it relates to black community. But when you turn on your TV and I see the LGBTQ being blocked from going to Texas and Florida over an issue, I'm like, wow, these motherfuckers be making moves. Like, I want to know what black organization do we have? And just educate me, y'all. Which black organization do we have that is consistently united and moving forward other than Black Lives Matter? What other black organization do we hear about that's constantly making moves and pushing the black agenda, right? The NAACP used to be an organization and still is that fights for the black community. But I'm talking about at the level of LGBT, like LGBTQ, we hear about them all the time, right? I just say we need to do better. I'm not throwing dirt on us. We just need to do better. Somehow. I don't know how. Good morning, Mercedes. Rashmi said the stuff that they passing laws for are dumb. I agree. Can't say gay, can't teach sexual orientation, underage marriage. And that's the thing. Why are we focusing the laws on these things? Right? We got so much other shit in this United States of America to focus on. But yet motherfuckers are fighting to teach sexual orientation in school when we should be teaching credit. How the fuck to navigate our finances in an economy like this? How to budget your fucking money. But look at the stuff that they're passing laws on. Stupid shit. Mercedes says there will always be people who chase material things to measure success. Absolutely. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, right? Because to a point, we all kind of chase something material. You might want the house. Another person might want the car, right? You might want the Louis Vuitton clothing. Somebody else might want something else, right? So we all chasing something. So I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about being flashy with the items and then accusing the people that you attract to be gold diggers. What type of people do you think you're going to attract if you're just constantly flashing your money? Hey, J. Joe, good morning. Hearts of Fire, me too. Hearts of Fire says she hates gold teeth. I do too. I do. I do. Okay. Protagonist says, I don't post pics like that anymore. It attracts the wrong women. But see, it attracts the wrong women. No, it attracts the right women. Right? Because when people flash like that, it attracts the population of people that's attracted to that stuff. And that's why I could see you, protagonist. Maybe you realize that and you said, oh no, this is not the type of audience I want to attract. But I'm not going to say it's the wrong audience or it's the wrong women. No, you're attracting the right women based on what you're presenting. It's like that fish bait. Natalia says social media lifestyle don't always match up with the reality. Shit is basically catfishing. Yeah, motherfuckers still doing catfishing too. I'm still shocked about that shit. I'm gonna have that topic one day. How long do you date a person online without videoing? Freestyle Friday. That's gonna be my Freestyle Friday question. Don't answer it here today. I don't want to see no answers. I'm not even gonna read the responses. I want to talk about that tomorrow. How long do you? Because you got Facebook dating sites. You still got all these other dating sites. Other dating sites that's out there, new ones that I never heard of. How long are people still using these dating sites? And how long do you chat with somebody before videoing them? Because motherfuckers are still out here catfishing. Cheryl Lee said, fuck no. Show me your bank accounts and investments if you want flex. But does that come with age, Cheryl Lee? Did you feel that way when you were in your 20s? Or did you feel that way as you got older? That was one of the questions that I put on the flyer. The flashy things, the materialistic things, the money, right? Were those things important to you when you were younger and your aspect of those things changed as you got older? Is that what happened? Doc Holliday say yes, most ladies don't want men to comment, as many don't know how to receive a compliment. Wow, Doc. Okay, you don't show up here often, but that's a great injection. Thank you for that. Many women do not know how to receive a compliment. Ladies, what do y'all say about that? You agree? You disagree? What do you say about that? That was a good one. Mercedes says they are like Venus flytraps. They will be flies attracted to that flash. But it has to be expected, no? It's like when we were talking about Sierra and Russell Wilson the other day, right? And people are out there commenting that Sierra is only with Russell for money. Who else did she date that didn't have money? I'm asking. I mean, they might not have had as much money as Russell, but when you in that environment and when you're in, don't they always date motherfuckers with money? I mean, you don't see Kim Kardashian and them dating nobody that goes to work on a 9 to 5, right? These people in show business, right, in the entertainment industry that got money, they always date people with money for the most part. No, right? So when they made the comment that Sierra is only dating Russell Wilson for his money, I was like, no, right? Because Future had money, some money, not as much as Russell, but still more money than fucking me. right? I don't think that that's the case with Sierra, but I do think that, when you reach a certain caliber in your financial, you know, portfolio, you trying to fuck with motherfuckers that are in that same portfolio range or better. I ain't mad at her for that. And I don't think she's with him because of his money. If I was in the if my pockets were that long and I was hanging out in the social scenes, guess what? I'd be hanging out in the social scenes with other people with motherfucking money. And so 9 times out of 10, I might meet somebody, a significant other that has money. She's with Russell Wilson. I always call him, I don't know why I want his name to be William so bad. Russell Wilson, because he was the better man. Period. Exactly, hard to fire chum. That's what they putting out there, and then they get mad when the sharks come bite them. Natalia said, "Yes, my daughter turned vegan not because she didn't like meat, but due to a health scare she had made the decision to remove meat from her diet." Yeah, Georgie brought that perspective to light. That's a reason why people turn vegan. The only thing that makes my ass itch is, when vegan people attack meat eaters, right? There was an event like every year, COVID has been rough, but, we give my grandmother a birthday dinner every year around June, in June. Okay. And one particular year, my cousin's wife was his ex wife now. She's a vegan and she makes my whole entire ass itch. She made my ass itch anyway. All right. I got kicked under the table plenty of times because I wanted to, you know, say some shit. But this one particular day, my grandbaby and her cousin was eating French fries. Okay. We're in City Island, okay, at the Lobster House, and we're having our yearly lunch in. Okay. And she had the nerve to look at these babies and say, "Oh my God, they're going to die early eating like that." Baby, I went the fuck off on her. I was standing up. Nobody could kick me under the fucking table. The motherfuckers, listen, the only thing I have to say is, if you are vegan, good for you. But mind your business when it come to everybody else. Okay? Mind your motherfucking business. I cussed her out. And my cousin is looking at me like, "Calm down." No, you motherfucking calm down. Don't tell these babies no shit like that. You chose to be vegan. Watch your mouth. You don't tell these kids that they're gonna die early eating French fries. The fuck? Not around the fuck me. Okay? I let her ass have it. So that's the thing that makes my ass itch. Don't vegan, some of these vegan motherfuckers are like the 5 percenters. Y'all know how the 5 percenters used to be. You be trying to eat your pizza and they be in your face like this. That pizza got 99 diseases. And if you eat that pizza and so and so and so. And I'll be like, "Motherfucker, get out my face." That's how some of these vegan folks are. They're like the fucking 5 percenters. I don't care. Cheryl Lee said, "No, speaking on meat in general, seasoned and flour mushrooms, and some vegans say it tastes like chicken." Okay. The fuck? Georgie said, "Well, she may have been wearing it for women and they could just shut the fuck up. Being cute or ugly or whatever doesn't give you the right to compliment or bash me for being attractive slash ugly." Okay. Protagonist says, "Showing off fancy things is to show other guys we have more than the next man, just like throwing cash at the strip club." Mm. Listen, they need to let me throw some dimes. I don't mind going to a strip club, but I hate giving up all my money. The fuck? Okay. Georgie said, "These dudes be stunting to look more accomplished than the next man, especially hood dudes. They want to be the richest looking broke dude. But why? And does that change with age?" The one thing that I can't stand more is looking at a 50-year-old still trying to dress and flash motherfucking money. Stop it, y'all. Nobody gives a fuck. It's a turnoff. And did y'all see that video circulating. I'm sure some of y'all did, where this man in his 50s, he was still at the club, and and the caption said, "I'm still out here in these clubs in my 50s." And I was like, "And you looking stupid." Now, I'm not saying that you can't go to a lounge and have a good time. I'm not saying that. But a whole beat down club, like you club hopping and you proud of that shit? Like, yes, you go to 50th birthday parties. I get it. You go to weddings, you go to lounges, have drinks, they playing music. You go to a restaurant that has some live music or whatever. You get up and dance to the side or whatever. But a full out club with the women dancing in the back on the poles and the lights flashing and you getting down and you in your late 50s talking about I'm still out here in these streets. That ain't cute. The fuck you doing there? Okay, Chef Jay Williams said, "I think it's bragging rights." McCliver said there is an agenda to destroy the fundamentals of true family structure, hence these dumb laws. That's a great point, McCliver. That's a great point, and that's a deep one. And it's 901, so we can't break that down. But McCliver, that's a good one. I'm gonna read that again. McCliver said there is an agenda to destroy the fundamentals of true family structure, hence these dumb laws. Wow, that's deep. That's deep, y'all. Good morning, Pat. Mercedes says, I think it is a lack of game that annoys the woman who doesn't want to be approached with great body. She knows she has a great body. She can do better. Okay. Mercedes says, the material man wants the woman who is equally yoked, not a parasite. Protagonist said, to the uneducated, flaunting big money is like showing off a diploma. Georgie say it's crazy how they never thought to teach about inappropriate touching between children and adults and incest. But I guess too many charges would come up if the kids know that people are abusing them. Well, that's how we found out my cousin was being abused by her father. It was a sex education class. That's how we found out, Georgie. And so you're right. A lot of shit comes out in classes like that. Georgie said, I hate soy and tofu. Johnny Hill said it's gaslighting. I know a guy who makes a good living and works half days while his wife works full days. He goes home and plays video games, but complains that his wife doesn't clean during the week. Wow. So this motherfucker works a half a day, goes home and plays video games instead of cleaning the house. His wife works full-time job and he complains that the house is not cleaned. Mm. Mercedes says, I don't think you are seeing my post. I'm reading it. I see them. Just give me a chance, Mercedes. I'm going across IG, Facebook, and YouTube. All right. Johnny said, Jess Hilarious did a whole skit about women, how women respond to men they like compared to men who like them. Yeah, she's hilarious at times. Cheryl Lee said, I'm not talking loud and proud, but using our money to talk like they do. The Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam, hot to fire. What about them? Chef Jay Williams says, yeah, ooh, wouldn't that eating mean? Oh, no. Oh. Chef Jay Williams said, no gold teeth in the mouth to eat my cooch. That's basically what she said. Hey, Jay Coleman. Oh, you love my outfit? You love my outfit? Should I be offended? Thank you, J. Cole. Rashmi said, I personally can't name a group, but just because we don't hear about it doesn't mean things aren't being done. If we're not involved or looking for it, of course we won't hear about it. And that's why I said, like me, I'm not out there involved in these groups, right? But where are they? And that's true. Just because we don't hear about it doesn't mean that they're not out there, right? The LGBTQ is just loud. They just got a lot of force behind them. Rashmi said, I agree with Doc Holliday. I've been with women, Robin, who turn their nose up at guys just trying to be polite. For real. I have done that. But I've recognized that I'm like that. And I do say I want to be better, Rashmi. I do say that. I don't mean it. I really, really don't. Right? That's related to some of my trauma, the way I react to how guys speak to me, because back in the 80s and the 90s, and for all y'all that's up there with me, y'all remember when guys used to say hi and you say hi and then they start following you and shit, and then you be like, no, thank you. They be like, fuck you, bitch. You a ugly ass whore anyway. You bald headed ass bitch. You know how they used to do that? I got a lot of that. When being nice, I'll be like, hi. And then they want to follow me. What's your name? Where you live? What's your phone number? Blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, you bald headed ass bitch. You nappy headed ass bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. And I'll be like, oh my God. So, yes, I just now just be I don't even realize I do it. I just be trying to avoid that, y'all. And what I notice is that guys don't really do that anymore. They don't be saying fuck you, bitch, and shit like that. But it be in my head. I be worried that that's going to happen. And I don't want to have that embarrassing moment because I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cuss them out and it's going to become ugly. Right. And so I do. That's something that I'm working on. So when Rashmi does call me out on it, I'll be like, oh, my bad. I don't really mean to do that. It's not something I do on purpose. It's something that I'm working on. Okay. The fuck. Georgie said, telling me I am sexy or that I have pretty lips is not a compliment. It's just a man saying, I want to fuck you. All right. So Georgie doesn't like a man telling her she's sexy or her lips are sexy. Well, tell me. See how everybody likes something different? Rashmi said, like I always say, just smile, say thank you, and keep it moving, even if you're not interested. Good morning, mother. Shirley said, no, I absolutely didn't roar. Never was taught the difference. Trust and believe I've taught all 5 of my daughters the difference. Hey, hey, Jermaine, aka John Storm. Listen, my ass always needs some cream. The way the population of this United States of America is moving, my shit stay on fire, stay itching. All right. Johnny said, I stopped giving women compliments because I never wanted to come off wrong. I get that. I don't know why, Rashmi, you rolling your damn eyes. Are you rolling your eyes at me? Oh my God. McCliver said he gonna take his gold teeth out. Oh Lord. I cannot. Hey, Veronica Madison. Glamour said my youngest daughter is vegan too. And I must say, I have made chili and spaghetti with vegan meat, and it was delicious. No one could tell the difference. Won the chili contest. I've eaten veggie meat before. It's very good. Right? It's very good. I don't have any issues with it. Glamour 47 says some vegan items are good, and you also have to know how to season and not just the grease. Yes, Paula Patton, right? Now there's vegan restaurants in the city that's delicious. Okay? I want to experience one. Hey, I am the Empress. Veronica Madison said he has the right wife. I would make his life miserable. Right. You're not going to play PlayStation all day after you get the fuck home from work and then tell me I ain't clean. Oh, you are rolling your eyes at me. The fuck? I'm trying here. Doc Holliday said, I remember those days. You remember the days, right, Doc, when the guys used to be like, fuck you, you ugly ass whore. The fuck? They don't do it no more, but I'm traumatized. I just be trying to avoid any contact. Even my mother to this day says, Robin, you don't even pay attention to the guys that's checking you out. I'm like, Ma, please help me because I'm never going to meet anybody. Because the way I walk down the street, I just walk down the street like this. And when people are trying to get my attention, I just, keep focused. But that's not, I'm trying to do better. Okay. See, Theo remembers it too. Chef Jay Williams remembers it too. And Georgie Doc Holliday agrees with you. Yes, Georgie, you had a great point. Well, it is 9:10, y'all. All right. And this is Coffee with Friends. Yeah, but y'all know that shit already. All right. And so y'all know Coffee with Friends is Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. All right. And we bring all types of topics here. And I invite people to contribute topics to the show. Inbox me. You guys send me interesting stuff all the time. Right? Now, Future Misuso, the article you sent me, you and Glamour 47, you both sent me the same thing about the girl on the Potomac sports team, the powerlifting girls team. It was a video that showed the teammates taking out the girl's braids because they said she couldn't enter the lift. She couldn't lift unless the braids was out of her hair. But when I further investigated that story, based on the comments and additional information, it wasn't that she had to take out her hair. So I just wanted to bring this to the table. She had to take the beads off of the braids that was in her hair, right? And so they just needed her to remove the beads out of her hair. It wasn't the removal of the braids. So I wanted to clear that up because I was digging deep. I was like, motherfuck this. Didn't we just pass a law that said you can't discriminate against black folk hair? And how are they not letting her lift? Well, through further research, it had nothing to do with the hair itself. It had to do with the beads. And we talked about this before. In sports, certain accessories in the hair can be dangerous. It might not be dangerous per se in the lift contest, but I guess they're trying to keep the rules consistent, right? So it was the beads that they had to take out. So I just wanted to make sure that we cleared the air with that, because I'm always all over some shit when they trying to call our black ass hair out, okay? Because I love my black ass hair, okay? It take a long time to do this shit, but I still love it, okay? With that, this was Coffee with Friends. Go to the link in my bio, y'all, and follow me on Facebook, IG, TikTok, YouTube. When you go to YouTube, make sure you are hitting subscribe and you are hitting the bell so that anytime I go live, you get an alert that I'm live, right? Make sure you are subscribing to my channel and you are giving me the thumbs up. Never the thumbs down. For the IG folks that are not following me on YouTube yet, make sure you are going to the link in my bio and you're following me on YouTube, because guess what? Coffee with Friends After Dark is coming back. We had one Coffee with Friends After Dark show and it was entertaining. It was interesting. And so I will announce when the next Coffee with Friends show will be. But in order to experience that show, you got to follow me on YouTube. I did give Facebook a play on the first show, but they will not get a play on the second show. All right. And in future shows going forward. So if you want to be a part of the Coffee with Friends Dark edition, please make sure you are following me on YouTube. Of course, continue to go out there and love up on your brothers and sisters, right? We go through things, we go through trials and tribulations, but don't forget to love up on your brothers and sisters, right? Make sure you are being just as supportive to your own as you are to others, right? I know sometimes it's hard, y'all. Sometimes it's hard, but we got to do the best we can. And as Rashmi said, some of these groups out here could be louder than the black community, but there's groups out here fighting for us, y'all. Right? We just got to keep pushing our agenda forward and hoping that we continue to get heard, right? That's it and that's all. But anyway, y'all, gone for now, but not forever. Let's see what vibes I'm going to play for y'all going out on today. Nice instrumentals. Hey. Happy Thursday, y'all. Enjoy your day. This is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Hey, peace. See you tomorrow. Freestyle Friday. I'm out, y'all. Peace. Bye.